This video covers classwork from science on Wednesday, September 3rd. We'll begin by covering a brief meditation technique called the quick coherence technique. Students will begin to meditate upon entering class for about 5 minutes. This technique encourages students to find a comfortable position, visualize their breath going into their heart, and reimagining an uplifting feeling that they have experienced.
Find a comfortable seated position where you can sit quietly. Make sure your back is straight and your feet are flat on the floor. Allow your shoulders to relax and your hands to rest gently in your lap. When you're ready, you can softly close your eyes. Now, gently bring all of your attention to the center of your chest, to the area around your heart. As you breathe in and out, notice any sensations you feel there. Just observe without judgment. Next, imagine that your breath is flowing in and out through your heart space. As you inhale, feel the breath gently enter your heart. As you exhale, feel it flow back out. Find an easy, natural rhythm with this breathing. Let your breath slow down just a little if that feels comfortable. Now, let's activate a positive feeling. Think of a time you felt really good. Maybe it was a moment of joy, a feeling of gratitude, a wave of happiness, or a sense of excitement. It could be from a memory with a friend, a moment with a pet, or a personal accomplishment. Bring that feeling to your mind. Re-experience that memory and let that emotion grow right in the center of your chest, in your heart space. Let it spread gently throughout your body. If your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just notice it. And then gently return your attention to your breathing and to that positive feeling that's expanding in your heart, like a balloon filling with air. Let's hold that feeling for just a few more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling that positive energy. When you are ready, slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the room. Notice the sounds around you. Feel your body in the chair. If your eyes are closed, you can slowly open them. Take a moment to stretch if you need to. And carry this sense of calm with you as you continue your day.
In future videos, these meditations will not be included as they become daily practice in our class. Today, in our series on building community, we will be talking about boundaries for learning and for growth. For our warm-up, please watch this video and answer the following question. What is the reason for all the lines on the basketball court? Today's learning objective is that students will be able to identify the purpose of boundaries for a productive learning environment and see consequences as opportunities for reflection and growth.
Yesterday, we talked about our classroom becoming a community guided by values. Think of it like how a sports team is guided by a coach. But what happens when the players violate the rules? Just like our warm up showed, boundaries are in place during sports to keep the games fair and consistent. That's where rules come in. In our classroom, rules aren't here to control you or to stop you from having fun. Instead, think of them as boundaries for learning. They are the shared agreements that help us stay safe, stay on track, and make sure everyone has the best possible chance to learn without distraction. After all, you have a right to a free education, and part of being in a school community is respecting each other's right to this education. The tricky part is, we all have different preferences when it comes to being educated. By agreeing on some basic rules, we can all help create a disciplined and focused environment where everyone can thrive. Our core school rules are simple and designed with our values in mind. Listen and follow directions. This requires patience and faithfulness, trusting in the instruction, and not rushing ahead. This ensures you take responsibility for your learning, being awake, engaged, and focused. Control your voice. This leads to a peaceful, joyful, and focused learning environment for others. Raising your hand before speaking and minimizing noisy distractions ensures everyone can hear and be heard. Control your body. This requires self-control and love to keep your hands and feet to yourself and manage your physical impulses. Be considerate. This requires approaching difficult conversations or situations with gentleness and kindness, rather than with harshness or judgment. Now, what happens if we step outside these boundaries? Think of those moments as opportunities for reflection and problem solving. If a disruption happens in class, I will do my best to gently remind you of the boundaries that are in place. As out of bounds behavior continues, my goal is to investigate the cause, suggest a short break to reflect, and if needed, we'll work together with our school's behavior specialist team and your family to find a solution. My philosophy for consequences is about guiding you towards growth and restoring our learning environment. My goal is always to minimize disruptions and maximize learning. We want to be disciplined and focused so we can get to all the exciting things in store this year. Here's something to think about. If a rule helps everyone, but one person really struggles with it, how can our community help that person while still keeping the rule fair for everyone? Thanks again for your patience. Tomorrow, we'll talk about how your actions will be recognized and rewarded, which directly supports our classroom community.
Question 1. How does listening and following directions help other students in class besides yourself? Question 2. Imagine a class where students didn't control their voice or body. How would that class sound and feel? Question 3. Why is being considerate important for feeling safe and welcome in our classroom community? Question 4. How can a consequence be an opportunity for a student to level up their understanding or behavior and grow from a challenging situation? Question 5. How do the rules we discussed today connect to the collaboration in the human knot from yesterday? By the way, rules are focused more on what they unlock in class if followed, rather than just focused on what not to do.